Hello. Today I want to give you 5 specific ways to start shifting your worthiness story. But before I do, it helps to understand why these strategies are action-based and not affirmations. Affirmations are good for some things. That's not what we're going to be practicing here today. Action is what makes these particular 5 strategies work very effectively. In the last video, we looked at where the worthiness story starts, back when you were very small and making sense of the world with an unfinished brain. And we talked about how those early conclusions get wired into strong automatic reactions that later feel like plain truth about who you are. I want to tell you a sentence, speak a sentence to you, and see if any of it sounds familiar. Hi, so sorry to bother you. Just wanted to quickly check in on this. No worries at all if you don't have time right now. I totally understand. Thank you so much. That's an ordinary email asking for something from someone, from the person that is already expected to provide you with the thing. But look at how much work is going into making sure the other person isn't uncomfortable with you asking. You're apologizing, you're reassuring them, you're making it very clear they don't have to respond in any particular time frame, and you're asking for something completely reasonable. If you write emails like that, you're in good company. I know a lot of people that do, and you might be carrying a worthiness wound. We all have one, or some. I know this one well. I've apologized for needing to use the restroom. I'm sorry, I need to go to the bathroom. Really? I'm apologizing that my kidneys are working properly? That is clearly an old belief that I am not worth someone's time. People should not have to wait on me. I don't need to be an inconvenience for people. My needs really aren't important. So yeah, I get it. I practice what I'm preaching. When I am talking about a worthiness wound, I'm talking about that underlying feeling, that underlying belief that being accepted and loved and respected or even allowed to take up space depends on what you do, how much you produce, how useful you are. Maybe yours says you have to be helpful or easy or productive or accommodating or successful, whatever your version of it is. A belief, though, is not changed by arguing with it or disagreeing with it. You can tell yourself, I'm worthy 100 times a day in the mirror, and if some part of you doesn't believe it yet, the brain simply files it under things I'm supposed to say, and then it leaves the old belief completely intact. What shifts a belief is new evidence, experienced repeatedly, because the belief was built from repeated experience in the first place. That's how beliefs get built. Every time you live a moment that contradicts the old conclusion, you give your brain a small piece of proof that the old story isn't quite true. And then repeated enough, those moments build a new story right alongside the old one. Your brain is constantly learning from experience. That's neuroplasticity. Basically, the brain's ability to change based on what you repeatedly think, feel, and do. Neuroplasticity. I love it. So, here are 5 strategies that give your brain some new experiences to work with. The first strategy is just noticing the thought and naming it. So maybe you catch yourself thinking, I shouldn't ask for that. Don't be needy. You don't have to argue with it. Just notice it. Okay, that's the thought I'm having right now. There's actually neuroscience behind this. You know how I love my neuroscience. Studies on what's called affect labeling, putting feelings into words, have found that naming what you're experiencing can reduce emotional reactivity. It gives you a little bit of distance from the reaction, which makes it easier to choose what you want to do next. The second shift is to ask, how old does this feeling seem? And you don't have to come up with a specific age. You're really just checking, does the intensity of what I'm feeling in this present moment make sense for what's happening right now? Maybe somebody hasn't texted you back for 3 hours and suddenly you feel rejected. Or your boss gives you one piece of feedback and your whole body reacts like you're about to lose your job. That's when I want you to get curious. Is all of this about what is happening right now? Or is something just familiar, an older experience, that's getting brought to the surface, something getting activated. Most of the time, it's much older than the present moment, because our brain uses past experience to predict what's likely to happen next. And that's useful, but it also means an old expectation can get activated in a present-day situation that only vaguely resembles something from the past. Asking how old this is does something that a young child never could do, which is hold the old feeling up against present-day reality and notice that they don't actually match. Familiar and true are not the same thing, though the nervous system will treat them as if they were. Pausing gives you a chance to bring current information into that prediction. So that's strategy 2. The third strategy is practicing receiving without jumping in to do something in return. Somebody compliments you. Just say thank you. Often somebody will compliment you and you'll, oh, thank you, and you'll compliment them right back. Just say thank you. End there. Somebody offers to help you. See if you can let them help you. Allow their help in. And then notice what comes up. Maybe you immediately feel like you owe them something in return, or you feel uncomfortable, or your weaknesses are exposed, you need help. Maybe you want to restore the balance as quickly as possible, that reciprocity. You do something for me, I'll do something for you. Your automatic response may be to try and deflect or hand something right back. Resist that. You don't have to make the discomfort go away. You're practicing having a different experience. Every time you practice something new, you're giving your brain evidence to the contrary of the limiting belief or the worthiness wound. So this one tends to be surprisingly uncomfortable. But every time you receive something without earning it, you contradict the belief that your worth is a debt that you have to repay at some point. That's all. Just say thank you. Just receive. The fourth strategy is to do something you enjoy even when you can't justify why it is a meaningful use of your time. This might take you by surprise how hard it can feel, especially if you've learned to connect your value to productivity. You sit down for 20 minutes and think, I should be up doing something. That's what I want you to notice. That's the part to notice. You don't have to turn the rest into self-improvement. You don't have to make the hobby productive. You're just practicing, letting yourself have an experience because you enjoy it. And a very simple neuroscience piece of this is your brain learns through repetition. So regularly allowing yourself to take in an experience just because you enjoy it without attaching any kind of achievement or productivity to it can make that experience feel familiar over time. Perfect. The fifth strategy, this one is paying attention to how you talk to yourself when the worthiness stuff gets activated. And one way to do that is to think about yourself at the age when some of these beliefs started forming. And if you saw that kid struggling, would you talk to them the way you're talking to yourself right now? If your friend was struggling, would you talk to them the way you talk to yourself? For most of us, the answer is no. And I'm not talking about telling yourself things you don't believe. Like I said earlier, you can't just convince yourself to believe stuff. But sometimes it's much simpler. Just say, of course I'm anxious right now. I made a mistake, and I'm still okay. Same thing you would say to that child. Of course you're anxious right now. You made a mistake. You're still okay. I don't have to punish myself for this, you could say to yourself. Self-compassion research, I love my research, suggests that a kinder response to ourselves can reduce some of the physiological stress and threat response associated with harsh criticism. So this isn't only about saying nicer words, you're actually practicing a different response when your nervous system feels threatened. Pretty cool. So those are the 5. Notice the thought and name it. Ask, how old does this feeling seem? Practice receiving without immediately doing something in return. Do something you enjoy without needing to justify the use of your time. And 5, pay attention to how you talk to yourself when worthiness is activated. You don't need to work on all 5 this week. Pick one. And when you notice the old reaction, just try the new response and then notice what happens. Does your body get tense? Do you immediately want to go back and fix something? Do you feel guilty? All of that is just useful information. You won't do these perfectly, and perfect isn't the goal anyway. Perfect is an illusion. None of us are perfect, and we can't do anything perfectly. You're just going to be practicing something your brain may not have had much practice with before, and so it's probably going to feel unfamiliar for a while. It's new. What counts is the repetition. Each time you catch the old reaction and respond to it differently, even just slightly, you're initiating change. And if you want to practice these kinds of things alongside other humans, learning human stuff, I have a Skool community, Skool, called Enjoy Being Human. Come join us. There's a free tier, middle tier, and a VIP tier, but I have a live Sunday session every 4 o'clock Eastern every Sunday. And through the end of August, the live sessions are open to all tiers of the community. There's a link in the description to get to the group and a link in my bio always. I find that it's easier for me and everybody in general to practice with others rather than alone in your own head, where your stories have the advantage. But for now, you can begin right where you are, picking one of the 5 strategies and just doing your best to use it as often as you can for 1 week. See what changes. So be kind to yourself in the process. You're learning new things, and it takes a little time. So until next time, I love you, take care of yourself, and I'm sending you peace and light.